what if this McLaren pace that we've seen the last 2 races isn't a flash in the pan? What if they are seriously back? Because Lando's number 1 at that team, right?
Yeah.
So if he went to Red Bull, he would be, at least in the short term, at least number 2 to Max.
Yeah.
Are we saying that, you know, if McLaren do deliver on this and become part of this chasing group that are converging on Red Bull, maybe next year, almost, you know, they've set their sights on 2025 being the year that they can fight for race wins. Do we think this is a flash in the pan from McLaren, or do we think they are serious now? Have they shown enough in these last 2 races? It's 2 races.
Yeah, no, it's only 2, so it's really hard to tell.
And we're not giving Piastri any credit because I think he was the highest scoring rookie since Hamilton, something like that. So
yeah.
P4. Yeah.
I really hope.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I really hope it's not a flash in the pan. If it's not a flash in the pan, guaranteeing a couple of years Red Bull will give him an offer he can't refuse.
But I feel like if you're Lando though, for me, if this McLaren pace is not a flash in the pan, yeah, and it is actually, if we go into next season, McLaren are the second best car on the grid. Again, this is all hypothetical. Yeah?
Imagine,
yeah. What ifs again, yeah. If you're Lando, you can't go Red Bull. For me, you can't because why would you?
Immediately.
Why, like, you have an opportunity there, even if the McLaren's second best car, just being in a different car to Max Verstappen gives you an opportunity to be in a better car than Max Verstappen at some stage.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see any logic in going into Red Bull.
Not immediately, because, but okay, so say it is a flash in the pan. Red Bull will still...
If it is a flash in the pan,
So say this is just like a couple of races and they're smashing it. Red Bull will still be looking at Lando Norris as a potential target because this flash in the pan, he drove around and got podiums for. But if it's not a flash in the pan, they're going to see how McLaren got on, and then they'll make a move on him. That's literally what it's going to be, because, you know, if you can't beat him, join him in some ways.
Yeah.
If he is smashing in that McLaren, they are going to get him out of McLaren.
Yeah, because either Red Bull can offer him the best car, or they can take him away from a direct rival if McLaren make as good a car.
They can make him the biggest thing in the world, right? That's what they can
Him
do.
and Max would be insane, like marketing wise.
That would be crazy.
It would be amazing. It would be so good. But you just know Lando will fight to be a number 1 driver, which a lot of people are scared of doing with Max. Even Checo, he tried it, he backed off, he can't do it. Danny Ricciardo tried to defend against Max, he can't do it. I think Lando is the only person that will be up his arse in terms of racing. And, who knows? And fight for his position.
Yeah.
They're both going to be fighting for number 1. And I feel like Max does think he's untouchable. He is untouchable. It's Max Verstappen in that car. But I just think, you know, all good things come to an end.
I've just realised, man, Max Verstappen and Lando Norris with Daniel Ricciardo as a reserve driver doing TikToks is marketability.
It's like the Saudi League, bro. It's like the Saudi League.
And they're like super close as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lando
and Max are good friends.
They're really good.
Because I know Danny and Lando didn't get on at first. Because I feel like there was that.
Well, there was, I
position
think,
of power.
Yeah, I think
feel like it was a
they
lot
get
of-
along well now. Like, I think,
Definitely.
Yeah, they do now. I think it was just like everyone went, oh my God, you're funny, be friends. And it was like, okay, well, we don't actually know each other that well. Let's just like chill out for a second.
Yeah.
Now they're actually just good mates.
Yeah, they get along like...
Maybe some people just don't work together. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. I'm sure I saw a TikTok from Ricciardo and they asked him like 3 drivers you'd be on a desert island with, and he said Max, Lando and someone else, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So
Alex Albon.
See, that's the podcast
be
in the thing, like Desert Island Drivers. So there you
Desert
go.
Island.
Desert Island Drivers.
F1 edition.
But yeah, no, but like, look, I'm excited to see it. Do I want to see Danny Ricciardo do well? Yes and no. Yes, because he's back. No, because De Vries has been treated like shit. I just want to see Lewis win again. And I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. And
Do you think Mercedes will give him that opportunity?
I think with Mercedes,
got it in them to give him the car?
they've got the tenure of being like incredible at what they do. They're just not acting quick enough. I feel like they're looking at next season, potentially season after, or whatever, but I still think they're going to miss the boat. And I feel like they need to act more on impulse. Where I said Christian Horner acts on impulse and we need this and we need that, Toto's still so slow. Look at pit stops. Look at all these little things that stop a Mercedes.
Season, yeah.
3.9 or 4.1 or whatever I saw. I was like, that's just not good.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. And it's just not fair on Lewis, because there's that argument of like, is he driving the fastest car? Is that why? Or is he just an amazing driver? It's because he's an amazing driver. Because look at this season. They've not, pushed for anything, and he's still got more points than George, I think. And he's still getting points for Mercedes and still getting a podium. So I just feel like Mercedes are a bit slow I think in a lot of aspects.
I think I don't know, maybe this is not true, like, but I just think that those years of them at the front where they did have the best package and they had Lewis to get the most out of it, they could afford more than other teams to let those kind of things slide a little bit.
Yeah, it's complacency. Complacency always slips.
If you're a midfield team scrapping for every last point, you're going to make sure all those little tiny things are absolutely nailed on. And I think maybe Mercedes allowed that to slip a bit.
Imagine you saying like, oh, Toto, like the pit stop's not that good. Yeah, but we've got Lewis. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you make up for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just feel like,
We just won by 45 seconds. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
and also it's like, as a Mercedes fan, I'm still living in the glory days a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
But in terms of like, but like, I just feel like, oh, we can do it. Oh, do you remember this? Do you remember that? I don't want any more do you remembers. I want, do you think we can do this?
Yeah.
And because like, you think, okay, the glory days, 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago? Or
2020,
yeah,
21.
That's a long time because there's been a lot of shit that's happened in Formula One in that time. So for me, it's like, I think Mercedes owe Lewis a title. I think Lewis could go to another team and contend for a title. I'm pretty sure. And also, look, listen, like we go back to McLaren and say, oh, is it a flash in the pan? If it's not a flash in the pan, Piastri, Lewis is coming back to McLaren. I feel if he could see,
Imagine that.
Because Lewis has to leave Mercedes one day. You either...
Do you reckon
Do you not think he'll just retire?
No, because Lewis's contract is still not signed as far as we know.
I don't think
we thought it was going to get signed maybe like a couple of weeks ago, but now it seems to have been drawn out. Like,
I don't think he's just going to go into the night. I don't think, oh, that's me done, guys. No, I think he's going to go back home. And I feel like he's waiting.
He was very happy for McLaren at Silverstone. Did you see his comments?
He put him on.
He was like, I'm so happy for
McLaren.
And I would love,
like, oh, okay.
I would love to have that moment again where I see this. I remember watching this young black dude who's like representing a whole different community, like the people that I hang about with, just whip it around a circuit and win. I would love for him to come home.
You know what would be sick? I don't want to be boring yet. McLaren are never going to swap Piastri out for Hamilton because Piastri is like another generation.
We're doing what ifs, mate. We're doing what ifs.
I know. But if the what if is Lando going to Red Bull, there's a seat there.
There you go.
There's a seat there.
There you go.
That's true.
Lewis and Piastri at McLaren.
I just
make that happen. Oh my god, that would be sick. And also, imagine that's how he won the 8th title. Oh my god, no.
This is like that film Apex GP, isn't it? We're just doing that. Hamilton's going to go McLaren. Piastri, like, oh my god, he's a legacy driver. I'm going to beat. He's going to be sick. I just feel like, because I was chatting about like even different racing, like Formula E and stuff. I'm like, well, Lewis, no, he's never going to do that. No. He's never going to go Indy. He's going to go out either with a bang, with the 8th title. If he doesn't, he's going to go home to McLaren. And I just hope. I hope it's not papaya. I really, because they kind of like...
Nah, they love it. They love it too much,
kind of catfished us a little bit with Silverstone, innit? Oh, we're going to go chrome. Where?
on the top,
on the mirrors?
Bit on the back.
From like one angle, it's chrome.
Yeah.
And then I was there. I was there for the launch. They pulled the thing off.
Did everyone just go?
And I was like, it looks the same. Oh, okay. It's kind of chrome from like certain angles. And yeah, I was a bit underwhelmed. I'll be honest.
But I would just love that whole, Ronaldo coming back to Man United vibe. It's like,
oh yeah, that didn't go well, did it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, who knows? He might go to a Saudi league. They might put some up there. But that kind of like, he's back. Welcome home. One more season. One fight. Was it like the last dance or something?
Yeah.
That's what I'd want. But that's just me being a fan.
I'll be honest.
Would it happen? Probably not.
If Lewis Hamilton went back to McLaren and won his 8th title there, this is the best sport ever. I'm telling you facts. That would be like the most romantic storyline I think Formula One's ever seen. I'm not even going to lie.
Netflix, their shares would go through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
The story of that would be crazy. I feel Mercedes, at this stage now, I think Mercedes have got to give him like stock or shares in like...
Probably does, to be fair. He probably got some like secret company in there.
You think so? I saw something about, is it Roger Federer? He owns like a percentage of On Running, which is worth like 180 million now.
Yeah.
Mental.
That is a multi-billion pound company. And he's got in early and now it's grown.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Lewis is doing that with the Broncos, isn't it? He's got Broncos, he's got Neatburger.
Especially with all the stuff that's happening in America, he's definitely like, look at some of these drivers. Like, I think Coulthard has a hotel in Monaco. Like, he's capitalising around his job. Yeah, so like, I'm pretty sure, Lewis has got a few villas out in Miami that Airbnbs for the Jeep. But he's not stupid, is he? So it's like, but ultimately, I'd like to see him back there. If anything, and I'm going to get dragged for this, but I'm not a Leclerc fan. I'm just bored of him. Really, I'm bored of him.
He's a lot of he's entertainment though when he spins off.
I mean,
Yeah, I love it when he fucks up.
I love I actually do.
that no from France will stay with me forever.
No,
That blood curdling no, bless him.
I just feel sorry for Carlos, man. I just like he's trying to be that guy, but he's not that guy.
It feels like that dynamic's strained at the minute. Like that radio at Britain.
I think
them
they're just
two having a
generally
proper
vexed,
moan at each
though.
other.
I think they're just generally vexed though, at like where Ferrari stand right now.
Yeah.
But if
Also-
you're Charles and Carlos,
Ferrari's a frustrating
been
team to
here-
watch, let alone drive for.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
It's like we've been here before. We've been here 3 years now, and this is still.
And I
the
also
state
feel
of
like Ferrari deep down know there's contention for a number one driver. I don't think like it. I look at Red Bull, Max is number one driver. I feel like they're now realizing, okay, shit, who is actually the better driver? I think it's Sainz. I really do.
Really?
I really
You think
do.
Sainz?
Yeah, I really do. But there's loads of little
Charles
things
got the
that-
highest ceiling. I think you could argue consistency-wise, Carlos, but I think Charles got the highest ceiling. He's got that 10th or 2 on Carlos when it matters. And I think if they gave him a car that he didn't feel like that he needs to overdrive to get anything out of it,
Okay.
then I think he'd be
Carlos
clear.
does have some stink. They both have stinkers, but when it's a Charles stinker, it feels like it's because he's overdriving. Whereas when Carlos has a stinker, it feels like it's just
Just not competing.
he's just not actually good enough on that day.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that, but I also I don't dislike, and I'm trying not to use that word, but I'm not a fan.
Sporting
of-
context, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of drivers being, I don't want to say bigger than the car when the car's not backing it. Do you know what I mean? I think like how many followers has Charles got on like Instagram? Millions. I think he's overtaken Ferrari, sure. Okay, we can argue Lewis Hamilton is the same, but I feel like he just, I don't think I just like him as a driver. I think he's a really nice guy. I just think I like him as a driver. And I feel like I'd like to see someone else in that Ferrari car. Who would, Alex Albon would be sick in that car. He'll be sick. But
And that was his like team growing up as well. He shared like pictures of him when he was like a little kid in the full Ferrari clobber.
Is it?
Yeah.
And everything.
but yeah, I just want there to be a lot of transfers. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
a lot
Oh,
of-
we love a silly
Driver.
season, man. We love
Someone
silly
posted
season.
a screenshot of when Piastri, the whole Alpine Piastri thing happened.
That was so fun.
And I was like, oh, memories, man. That was
I
that.
was just
I
like,
remember
what's
where I
going on
was.
here?
I remember where I was for that. I know exactly where I was sat at home when I read
I
that.
was
and
on
like,
Twitter as it happened. I was like, this is
And I was live within like 10 minutes talking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And then I was on Australian news because I did a live stream reacting to it.
Yeah.
And then my cousins, because they live in Melbourne, and they messaged me in the morning like, you're on news. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
And it's me swearing, which I never swear on my live
that's the best
streams
thing about
either.
Australia.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, they don't. They love it. I went to.
Wait, can you swear on Australian
Oh,
TV?
bro,
I didn't even
went to an
realise
Australian radio show once, right? And okay, I might have said a few naughty words here, but UK radio is so strict compared to Australian radio. And we was talking about music, and this guy was like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit, mate." I'm like, "Can you say shit?" He went, "Yeah, go on."
I just did.
I went, "Fuck." It was so good. It was
Naughty
like,
child, just like, oh my God.
Oh, I'm so naughty.
but yeah, but like I remember reading that because I texted my mate Sammy. I was like, oh yeah, Alpine Piastri, sweet, cool. And then there was like this statement, wasn't it? Like a statement from Piastri saying, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Don't know what you've heard. I'm not going
3
there.
hours after.
Yeah.
Mate.
I don't know where these reports have come from, but nah.
That-
Mark Webber
Absolutely.
definitely wrote that.
Oh, definitely.
Mark Webber definitely wrote that.
Definitely.
Definitely.
See, that's the thing. All these
Super
other
agent
drivers,
Mark.
like agents and stuff as well. So like, imagine, like Lewis Hamilton. I don't think he'll ever get out of racing. Obviously, like the actual system of racing. Imagine having an agent like Lewis Hamilton. That'd be sick.
Lewis Hamilton running a team.